Dr. Waid Awwad would be the next speaker for us. His expertise, his journey and his view does really matter, sir.
Thank you, HEWA, for inviting me. I must thank the President, Mr. Anand Srivastava, for inviting me to this distinguished gathering, an August gathering when I have been in Panipat many times, the city of the battles, yes, the battles of 1521, 1556 and 1761. The importance of India-Arab relationship is very deep rooted in history. We all know it's immemorial, that we discovered each other 2500 BC, where the Arab traders traveled all the way from the Arab countries into India, and they stayed for months in the Malabar or in Hyderabad or on the Indian coast, where they were exchanged of goods and trades, where the Indian silk and the Indian textile and also the Indian spices have been exchanged with the pearls from the Arab world and the handicrafts. So we are not only linked in business matter actually. It's a cultural, it's education, it's a history, it's a civilization. So we are the true continuous civilization of the world, and we are the people who have inherited such a rich history, and we wanted to build up in this past history to make our future and also to plan for a better relation. I know that the Arab countries have always been focusing on the textile industry with India. And if you look at the figures which I have been listening to Petra and our friends, she was explaining about the involvement of the Gulf. It is UAE, which is the number one actually partners with India in the textile industry, followed by Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and also Kuwait. So you have a huge market in the Arab world. So you can see the amount of trade between India and the Arab world. We have more than $250 billion in terms of business in different fields. So that potential of business between India and the Arab country from the import and export give us the clear indication how much we can grow, especially in the textile industry. So for us, as in the Indian Arab Chamber of Commerce and Industry and Agriculture, which we are already representing 22 Arab countries, from Mauritania to the Qatar, including the North African state, which India called WANA, West Asia, and also the Gulf countries. So all this region of 22 Arab countries, you have an access. It's not only the Gulf, because mainly the Gulf in the mindset of Indian people because of the labor, because of the Indian expats who have been living in that part of the world for many years. I mean, since 1995, when the Indian moved, the labor class moved to that part of the world, we have now in the Arab countries almost 8.9 million Indian living permanently in the Gulf country. You have more than $70 billion revenue coming from that part of the world. You have more than 14 million Indian visiting annually this part of the world. So the amount of relations is quite strong, and I think with the small scale industry and we can also be a platform for you in the chamber to promote you not only in the Gulf country but in the whole of North African state, where there is a big demand for Indian textile, Indian spices, and Indian IT technology, that India taking the lead on these things. And I think India as a country, as an emerging power, is an potential economic power coming up, which will be the third largest after the United States and China, Japan. Maybe they will compete with the Japanese in the coming decade. Then we can see that India need to explore more territories to sell its own product.